All right, and boom, ladies and gentlemen, we've got a big video today. We've got a first exclusive reaction to something that normally I would save for a first and final video. Actually, I was gonna save this for a first and final video. If you have not seen my show First and Final, go ahead and check it out because it's a very fun show. Basically, I put together my first reaction and my final review of a show or movie into one video. So you guys get to see my first thoughts when the first ever trailer comes out, and then I hold on to it until I can see the full movie and write my review, and I put the two together just to see, have my thoughts changed over time? Is my first reaction similar to my final thoughts? And so on and so forth. And I've been doing that for years. The first ever first and final video was with the Mortal Kombat movie. Not the original Mortal Kombat movie from the 90s, but the newer one that came out in 2020, 2021, if I remember correctly. And so what I want to react to today would be a first and final video. It probably will end up in a first and final video, but I could not wait. We finally got our first official teaser for the Fantastic Four movie coming to the MCU. And this, I think, is a really big step for the MCU, because we've been waiting for something like this for a long time. Ever since we had the acquisition of 20th Century Fox properties into the MCU, we have been waiting for something like this. The Fantastic Four in the MCU, the X-Men in the MCU, and we've gotten so many little hints and clues and references. I mean, we had Reed Richards in an MCU movie back in Multiverse of Madness. It wasn't really what we were expecting. It was just a short cameo of a multiversal version of the character. We've had a bunch of X-Men references with like Pietro in WandaVision, and with like literal X-Men characters at the end of the Marvels. And just also in Multiverse of Madness, we had Professor X in that, and then we had Deadpool and Wolverine, basically bringing all of the 20th Century Fox references together into one movie and basically making like a super master cut of all the 20th Century Fox characters that we had forgotten. And I think at this point it's obvious that a lot of people are getting superhero fatigue because we've had so many of these movies, and some people are tired. Some people are tired of going to see Marvel movies. And even if, like me, I'm not tired of Marvel movies, to be completely honest. I could still watch a bunch more of them. But for the general public who are tired of them, they want a bit more. They're tired of the filler movies. They're tired of the movies in between the big arcs, and they really just want more of the big arcs. I feel like the Fantastic Four is going to be the start of a big arc. We've gotten a lot of news on the next Avengers movie. We've gotten a lot of news on the next X-Men movie in the MCU. So I feel like they are ramping up for a big arc, but the question is, have they waited too long? Are people tired of waiting? Has the superhero fatigue killed any momentum for these projects? I'm going to say no. I don't think. I'm just kind of playing devil's advocate, but I think that when the big story arcs come back, people are going to come back for those big story arcs. So we will see if Fantastic Four is going to be a major arc or just another movie in between. I feel like a lot of people are waiting for Fantastic Four, so it's really just up to the writing and the directing. A lot of people put, the onus, and they put the responsibility onto the actors, but really it's about the writing and the directing. I'm actually excited for this cast. Out of everyone, I don't really know the actress who plays Invisible Woman that much. Maybe I've seen something she's in and just don't remember. But Pedro Pascal, I'm really excited to see him in the MCU. Ebon Moss-Bachrach, I am really excited to see him in the MCU. He's a great actor. The guy from Stranger Things, I don't know. I've only ever seen him in Stranger Things, so we'll see how he does. But I think that they made pretty good casting decisions, and I'm just excited to see what they're going to do with those casting decisions. So without further ado, we're going to check out the Fantastic Four First Steps official teaser, and it is coming to theaters in July 25th of this year. Very exciting news. Also, like last year, we only had Deadpool and Wolverine. That was the only Marvel movie. But already, before the year is halfway over, we're already going to have 3 Marvel movies this year. Captain America Brave New World comes out this month. In May, I think, Thunderbolts comes out. And then in July, Fantastic Four First Steps comes out. I feel like they're gonna have a movie come out at the end of the year, around November. They usually do. Maybe it'll be a little earlier than that. So we'll have to wait and see. But already the year is gonna be packed with Marvel releases. That's not including, Your Friendly Neighborhood Spider-Man is out right now, and Daredevil Born Again is coming out next month, I think. So without further ado, let's get into it. Very excited.
Welcome to the Baxter Building.
We make a point to do family dinner every week. Sunday at 7, on the dot, no matter what. We're all here.
I like it's a period piece. I like the aesthetic. Herbie, it's giving me WandaVision vibes. Oh, Herbie.
Yeah, I'll be the judge of that.
Oh, he's already thing.
Okay. Okay, is this guy good or what?
Okay, so they already have their powers.
Of garlic. Not because it's not delicious, I just want to add a little bit of zip, okay?
Yo, Herbie looks cool. I love that design.
T-5.
Before we went up the first time, you couldn't turn invisible. Ben wasn't a rock. Best pilot in the world right here.
Yeah. Best looking, he means.
And Johnny never caught fire.
Ben has always been a rock. Johnny
funny.
is Johnny.
Hi.
And I am right here. Whatever life throws at us, we'll face it together.
Man, what indeed is life throwing at them? The Galactus? So Fantastic Four First Steps is going to be like the official title and subtitle. But guys, that looked really good. I'm not going to lie. I get it. It's just a 1 minute, 30-second teaser. So it's not going to give you the entire idea of the entire film. But I'm already feeling it. I love the aesthetic that they created. I love the period that it seems to be set in. I do want to know, like, what are the implications of having a superhero family that predates the Avengers, and how is this going to impact the story of the Avengers? I doubt they're going to do multiverse. Like, I doubt that this is a separate universe from our MCU universe, because that's kind of the point of bringing them into the MCU, is bringing them into our universe. But why would they, if they existed before the Avengers, why have they never been referenced in an Avengers movie until now, And they've done this before where, like, there was an Ant-Man before Ant-Man, and there was also Bill Foster, Giant Man. There was a bunch of, like, Howard Stark experimented with some of the stuff that Tony Stark eventually ended up with. Captain Carter predated, kind of predated Captain America. You know how that works. He was in the past and the future. So they've done this before, but I think on the level that they're about to do it, if the Fantastic Four really did exist in the same universe as the Avengers, somehow it would have gotten brought up, right? Somehow it would have gotten referenced, mentioned. So something has to happen in this film that kind of either takes them off the map, or I don't know, eliminates the option to reference them in future movies. And maybe they will come back later, because I'm pretty sure they are planned to be in some future Avengers movies. So I don't know, maybe they're going to do something similar to Captain America, where they existed in the past, they get kind of cryostasis frozen, and they'll be thawed out in the future when we need them. But it looks good. I'm not gonna lie, it looks good already. I like how Ben Grimm looks. I think that the CGI looks pretty good. Yes, it's CGI, it's not practical. They did practical before, and honestly, it just wouldn't work as well in a modern day movie. I know some people are like, no, practical will look better, it'll look cooler than CGI. CGI looks like CGI. It's not necessarily true. And also, it's a lot less flexibility. It's harder for the actor to give a performance in practical. It is harder to light practical. It is harder to work around practical. It is harder to do stunts in practical. So there's a lot of reasons why CGI is better for this production. But I think that Ben Grimm as a thing looks good, and I'm happy that they kind of showed him off first. They went right into it. The rest of the effects, we didn't see Reed do anything stretchy. That is one thing I did notice. We didn't see anything stretchy, which I cannot wait because I love stretchy characters. I say it every time. Mr. Fantastic is actually like my main right now in Marvel Rivals because I just love stretchy ass characters. So I'm excited to see that. But the invisible and force field stuff looks good. That's pretty easy to do. The Human Torch effects look pretty good. And also, we got a little glimpse of the writing in this. I love how he said, you know, before we went up, you didn't turn invisible, Ben wasn't a rock, and Johnny didn't catch fire. And then Sue responds, Ben was always a rock, Johnny's always Johnny, and I'm right here. That is just kind of going to show that they really do understand the characters, and they understand that the characters are, their powers are kind of an embodiment of themselves. Like Ben can be cold and hard to penetrate. That's why he turns into the Thing. Johnny can be a hothead. That is why he turns into fire. Sue can kind of slink into the background, and that's why she becomes invisible. And Reed is always overextending himself, and that's why he becomes elastic. And I think that they understand that, and I'm excited to see how they characterize the characters. I think they're going to do the powers pretty well. I think they're going to do the action and the conflict of the story pretty well, but I am excited to see how they characterize these characters and, you know, how the characters actually interact with each other and how they grow over the course of this story and what the story teaches them, basically. But I'm going to watch it again because it was actually really good.
Welcome to the back.
And I just love this aesthetic. It's feeling like the Jetsons.
Sunday at 7 on the dot, no matter what.
Like, look at the way they walk, the way that they're suited, the color to it.
How's that sauce coming?
Yeah, I'll be the judge of that.
It has like this high contrast, but a bit like sepia tone as well. Herbie looks so cool. I love Herbie. Now Herbie looks like he actually might be practical. That might be a puppet prop.
Of garlic. Not because it's not delicious. I just want to add a little bit of zip.
He looks tangible. He moves like a old retro robot.
Before we went up the first time, you couldn't turn invisible.
The spaceship looks period effective. The space
Ben
suits.
wasn't a rock.
The best pilot in the world right here.
Yeah.
The
Best looking, he
TV.
means.
And Johnny never caught fire.
Ben has always been a rock. Johnny is Johnny.
Hi.
And I am right here. Whatever life throws at us, we'll face it together.
It looks good, man. It looks nice. That is Galactus, bro.
As a family.
That's a whole ass Galactus. So also, another thing, how has Galactus shown up on Earth before and the heroes know nothing about that? That's insane. It's kind of like what they did with the Eternals, where there's a celestial buried in the planet that nobody knows about. How did Galactus show up and nobody knows about it? But it's very early still, but I think that teaser trailer looks really good. I'm still going to do a first and final video, so I will include this first reaction. If they do another trailer, like a longer trailer, I'll include that as well. And then once the full movie comes out in July 25th, I will also do my final review of the film, and I will put all of that together into one video. But I'm glad that I didn't wait, because this actually has me really excited for the Fantastic Four first steps. I think it looks great. Obviously, I could still change my opinion when I see the final film. That's kind of what First and Final is about. But as of right now, based off of this teaser alone, I'm all in. I think it looks great. I think that they have set themselves up to knock it out of the park. Now it's all just about the execution. I'm actually going to stay away from any like spoiler videos, any teaser videos, because I don't want to know the villains and the conflict and all of that. I kind of just want to, I'll definitely check out another trailer, but after that I just want to see the film myself and learn as I'm watching the film. I want to learn what's going on. But that was a really good first trailer for the Fantastic Four. Doesn't seem overhyped. It seems like the right amount of hype. And honestly, so I've already reacted to Captain America Brave New World's first trailer. I already reacted to the Thunderbolts first trailer. I already reacted to the Superman first trailer. And this looks like, oh, even like the Daredevil Born Again first trailer. This looks like the best superhero trailer that I have seen so far this year. Daredevil is probably a close second, but this is probably going to be the superhero event of the year. Superman is gonna have to bring it for me because personally, I'm not a big Superman guy. So I'm gonna put it like in the same camp that I put like the Batman and the Joker, where I'm not that excited for it, but if it's good, I will admit it's good. This, I'm very excited for it, so hopefully, fingers crossed, it's good. But that's going to be it for right now, because that's all we have to go off of. Do me a favor and hit me with the 3-hit combo. I need you to smash the like button like the Thing, spear the subscribe button like Reed Richards, and kick the notification bell like Johnny Storm if you are also excited for Fantastic Four First Steps the way that I am. There's a lot of news and a lot of things going on that I have not made videos for yet, like Multiverses, the new news that Multiverses is shutting down after this season. I will make a longer video about that, but I'm waiting until they actually drop some content, like what's going to happen in the new season, the new characters, and things like that. I'm waiting for some new Marvel Rivals content as well. I feel like we're about halfway through the season, so I do expect to get the Thing and Johnny Storm's trailers. I was kind of expecting them this week, but maybe we'll get them next week, and they'll finally come to the game at the halfway point and bring some new content to Marvel Rivals at the halfway point, but I'm still having a lot of fun in that game. Mortal Kombat just got a big update, so I'm not waiting for anything on that, but Mai Shiranui is coming to Street Fighter this week. So, okay, so here's the thing. I do have a scheduling conflict. I wanted to play Mai this week, but also we just had the Grammys, so I'll probably do fashion reaction for the Grammys this week. My new main alert with Mai next week, where I go online with her, and then the week after I'm probably going to do my first and final for Captain America Brave New World. I wanted to do that the same week it came out, but scheduling conflict, I had to push some things around. So that's what to look forward to on the channel, but also check out my last video, Mortal Kombat 1, where I unlocked Floyd, and I show you guys how I did it. And then this week, look forward to a video, fashion reactions on the Grammys, that I actually got to finish editing that. So guys, that is going to be it for this one. Tell me how you feel about the Fantastic Four First Steps. If you are excited, tell me if you feel me, and I will see you guys next time in another new one. Peace out. Floyd, thank God you, oh my God, Floyd. Thank God you taunted there. I gotta admit that they had mercy on me there. I should have lost that. I did lose that by all accounts, but for some reason